certain matters and material that had come to his notice, allegedly that some people are apparently on the back of the appointment committee doing other acts which may not enhance
Honorable Counsel, from the
Etienne asam no yase no credit pempe wasni pay ne kam umre na abasa utwa bi atare ho de ne obebre o de be wine saa afa de wase asam no omobu mu mienu efa baako Oliver dia efa baako enye Oliver dia de na omo ka say so udim sa ukwa appointment committee nanim na kokotu eska fa koma oral no eno de Oliver ne kan ye Akoto de ne bodwe na mom de no ka say committee members ni be agi sika no and was saying Oliver and a kaye and hunche mu ho runabout and na ye bu ho no na enu mu na osan e de ababa tudwa se wogitum se ora comment no de eye wo mu a
I'm here as counsel. I counsel you for my client, but definitely I think that I would have erred on the side of caution, not to make public posts like that. As a general rule, I don't know much of the difference between Facebook and Twitter and other things, because it can be easily distorted. Yes, my client says that he did not author the second post. In absolute terms, that's what he says. These are my instructions. And if we have the text, it can be produced to see where it appeared from. Absolutely. It would appear as though the second text, the text, is the way it is couched. Is that has fueled the anger, if you may permit me, the anger and irritation of not only this honorable committee, but also the general public. Because that second post is tasteless. It's not right. So this is what I would say. Yes, I would, but this is his position. It's absolutely not his doing. It's not his act.
Asam no bino no de akoso e wo mrase bedwom eno no na no se ye no a na minority leader Yeri Alexander Fenyo Markin so join and say he adenti na Oliver e na aka na asem odo wa ba se be twitwaje no nti ono aka na asem wie na se bibi wo mu a e wo se wo lawyer ni no ba na wo ba be sementi so ana se be foafo so a na ba be foa ye nya yi ball no ba ye turu a wa cheste ye shutu a wa dede Yanyo de ma Oliver nkasa so anyemum ono akasa so a whistle blower sa one na to whistle no man no so no ani de so enti jan no ankasa nka nasem ayenti minority leader
in the honorable thoughts for which we appear here today. Mr. Form, as I've indicated, said he made those that he did that post essentially for a purpose. That purpose, as I indicate, would appear to be read in another view. It is in this that he openly apologizes for that statement, but it is to put it in context, Mr. Chairman. That is why I explained the background. That basically, he says that it's unfortunate that that interpretation is that which has preceded him. And it is for this that you want to pray that he be given opportunity to withdraw and to apologize profusely for the statement that is being reproduced here. That's what I think.
Etiabusia we ayeyera Fenyo Markin so want ase say woni obi aba na nipa na fom oka wi ana nka waba be hyehyira so na wo de ye kan na wo wage na voma wo na na hu ya kwa mana ma eno na Yeri Alexander Fenyo Markin na onte ase na obisa no obobi
yo yera so ejinamu ewo emrahye bedwamu na majority chief whip na onukria so ye emrahye bedwane de madehia ewo south yi abato peswa so eye ora Roxin Kwame che dafiamakpo ena wono so sorry ekasa na wo kyese appointment committee na nkasa na eye Oliver eye Baka vamo ababetena so no woni de nka wono monya adwen womonya no na eye privileges committee efa no mfam no kodu a ehwo no na nka obehun se na so be hyekrasen ha appointment de se wem de nka mo ba betoto ministers na no keke komu jana ma ne kɔ hɔ a ehwo no obehun se ampa ombetimi handle asem ni ye pa na anopedie Oliver na so ehye yenkotie ensema ora Roxen Kwame eche da famapo eka ye e committee ne so yenya eneno enochi ena ora Alexander Finyomaken minority leader e wo mrahye bedwam so kasa ye e de fa Oliver ne nsem no ho ena wo chese abrantie oba hei asem na wo be ka wo social media so na oba betwi asan ana sesen wo se wo ye whistle blower ese referee be na ye de ne hwesa ama wo eye FIFA na se hwan ana se eye CAF de ana eye GF de na ye de ama wo se blue social media so na wo kwaka nsem ntino ye twen wa apology na wetime agem de go ho se yewura afonyo market na I ready a ye nti
proud to get him in here. I believe that since the gentleman who posted the document in question here and is taking all questions, as my respected colleague Wama said, must be directed at council's responsibility. Will have to be to guide him and then come in on point of law where you believe that there's an issue of point of law, the testimony is going in a manner that you have to be. Otherwise, I don't think that it is council who must be answering questions. And that's why they have the man is sitting somewhere. So, Chair,
I want to put into
say yewura afenyo market na woto ediama Oliver ayebaka voma wo say obetena he dey apology na ye nyina ye hwenum say obepacho na dia wo ye no nya bio so ye whistle blower yo yate ye mu say jwa wo say hwan na ye say ni whistle
me na wo say eye coach otu ado ne whistle
until ono de ma coach ado ne de ma Oliver ma always say no enti say kaka no na Oliver anu yi no ebeba ichiri ebebe wapacho finally
he has apologized
and I mean na ne nuane we na ne wo fase be wo we na we be ye say na say after finally
eventually
and finally
wapacho yo ene na yento akase bono so uguso afo adwenche no bra Facebook e hono ma ye de pa enti wudi wadwenche ne ba no na wo twen yem na wo san hye ka ho sanse e be kan de ode be ba no nyina e de aka ho me na wo ye da se pa coach adoda wase wan kase coach wo na de ma no na mom ne ebisa se whistle ben a na obo wudin de bata ho nti pacho ma monko kan cha ne se yese wo no na wonye hwe onim ho hwe ai Felix Kwenu so ye da wase pa no so owo East Legon na ohwe Angie Hill Hotel wo na mahu se Clement Mensa enso so abanyakopon shaw sedu enso so aba a ohwe bie na asona bakwadwo was vetting committee chairman no is 2 week was and get some of us angry as mrema wo muntia na wa mu bibufu Osman Mac Tomine so ewo ha no mo a no so ohwe live nyamisha opa adwa 2023 enso ginamu biya ohwe na Rich Lama enso so ye newscaster ewo Asta FM Techiman Asta TT station o eba yenye ne kra tete edikanfo no yeda masesam da so ekrekro mu asona bakwadwo enso so West Arm na ohwe na Afason Samuel enso ewo ha no mu biya da masesam krekra ye musa mon join e Facebook na ye nyina ye yenka mum na yenhwe mum afa yentinsi kwaso empanifo sisa agrobe so efradopa ena se bayira nso so bebo a enani no pie a epie firi Kofi no mahyase na hu ni sade na homanete a utimi se bayire bebo sa na mankan so so tie sa na zukoko tie na eno na abamu ya hyase a wo ye bie abamu akuma afa no ahye suapon ase a wo university a pese kokoye lawyer na je se ode kra manko mokola abamu ayi nkwatwara krata na onfa dwanto ankoma ye mampani John Dramani Mahama wase opese ye mpam isi che ne ase ya prokuma wugu nhira no mpo na atikuma Kwadwo na abeso abiribra akwada no se Jane Mensa kakra wasua e wo mramu kire se wonse mfata se obekoso a aye Ghana ye isi chairperson etimampani enyinadi na wase Jane Mensa echino opese deputy chairperson ma EC ono na her corporate affairs so Dr. Bosman Asari na deputy EC chair in charge of operations Samuel Tete and Dr. Peter Apiahene womu nyina ye pam womu every commission no board so san say ade ani nitinya na chesa press baby esansa aboa ne profiri niti enti no se wo bopani no nya de ani okwanso a na be de kirefo no mo ba be so aye no mu nyina ene yanso omo lie one logo lie na yanwo omu nyina nkonsa emo omu fi petition ni din ene ofosu apia Daniel ono na obo amane say constitutional violations such as omaya mamra no na edi buman no wo mu tietia so ena afen so incompetencies bias na kire say adwuma na omu nimu ye fa baby bibra no omu nimu ye ena eto de bi nso a baby a yese baby o wajapade wo no eho no wakoma wo mu wajapade wo baby nti wo makoma wo ho enti ho no ya na omo keka kwasa ho na ye omo de enti ho na omo kakọ ena afi so enema bi a necessary nko omo ye ema Ghana fo nya gidie ni arehyimu e wo electoral commission mu no wo mo anye enti de bia na samanfo gidie e wo electoral commission mu de obuo ni die be ma no na kwa na e kofam wenum ni bebre ena ka ho a ye ne bompu ni po La Paz market ena wone Ghana fo e di nkomo a wo kire se wono de osusu say electoral commission chairperson adukwe adwuma no so channel inti ebe ya yempam no wone Angel News yamani boni favor edu botie ene di nkomo.
This is Angel 102.9.
Emmanuel nenu bububa enche bia yebegina yede amamo sede ebe ya mubehunu enyina so a student wa wode base yemfa electoral commission adwumakuo no mpanifo no wo makonwa no manipa foforo sede ebe obetimi atoa so nti eguso ayeboabo aye ho no yenhwe messages kakra ba na say yentoa so yempinko yenim
ya ba na ya behwe messages nti wunya wo de ya Angel 102.9 FM na oja message no ede atum na ye ba ya be kan ni nyina ede ama kama pa osanfo ye bo ni din se o mehwe eye adanwusie ene nsuensu anwosem so ewo memo ayira Kenneth Gilbert Ajay na opanyin kopie mu ewo appointment committee anim ema mototo na no yie pa ni nkyere mu na wo che se nukranie watanse din ye hu se ewo se aban ene ankrankra nwumekuo ka omo ho bomu na ye dan ahodo a ewo se yesi project ahodo a ewo se ye house na yetimi de mamafo de omuti etumu no omutimi ekọ manim ewo sa kwan no eso opanye ne kire se watase din ehu se saban kwa kasa obaya wontimi ne sika yesen wono a woya akwan wono a woye nsuo wono a wosisi school dan enti ebede na aban kasa so de ne ho agimu se na ye affordable house na hudoi ono ade ne sika ko hyem agise ankronkra bo mochidom amamatimi ayese adwuma no na wo kire se parliament agi ne tum se oswafo a ade obeye ne se wone sa ankronkra nwumeku ahodo bibi kaka wo musem a ombe pese wo mode o musika ebehye house mu e o memu no ombe kom habo mu no ma ye adwuma ne ye na aboa ama aye o man so etimi akonanim se eba adansi e wonsema.
The first has got to do with housing. We've got a housing deficit of about 1.8 million units, and there's a lot of intervention from the private sector and the public sector. But it appears a lot of it is only happening in the urban areas. Recently, there's been some more work on intervening in the rural areas through the district housing program. My question is, what is your view of this program, this approach, and what are your plans for it, if any?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I think the district housing policy it's a laudable one. It's a laudable one because it brings affordable housing to the people living in the district and in our rural areas. Mostly, when people are transferred to rural areas, they hesitate, basically because where they will stay is a problem. So I believe that if we continue with the district housing policy, it's something that will help a lot. And our Ghanaians in the various districts are going to benefit from that. And Mr. Chairman, also, most people want to retire to their villages, but the issue is where are they going to stay? But if we have this policy, it's something that will help. Thank you.
Ora Kenneth Gilbert Ajay awono eno behwe works and housing and water resources so na workers no kwaya woni ankroko beka omhabomu aye adwuma na otwa ne nsam so kire say district housing policy adwumade bia nka bebo aye pa wokọ mansini ahodo mu a amanfo dodo na anya ba bi info mutinto na sika ban no de kwakosi sadan no enti sa ban si na so the rent na so oton kakran kakran mutua kakran kakran nke betimi aboa na wo kire mu se amanfo bebre na ba kro kese mu a ka ompese wo mokọ mahomije mu mokọ nkurase ekotena ho okwei edan be no bakwakotem enti wo gidi se sa district housing project no se wo mutimi so mu yie na mo ye ni yie betimi aboa amasafo no nyina kwa a omanya babi edomoti ato eno ho so nsem enie.
The first has got to do with housing. We've got a housing deficit of about 1.8 million units, and there's a lot of intervention from the private sector and the public sector. But it appears a lot of it is only happening in the urban areas. Recently, there's been some more work on intervening in the rural areas through the district housing program. My question is, what is your view of this program, this approach, and what are your plans for it, if any?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Abusia na chese ora Kwadwo Ponkromana na obisa question naka ora Gilbert ebeyi anono na yensan ko echi ese ka ko echi na ense yo eniti yenko na yerura Roxy Kwame da fama ko ensema wo kaye efa eye Oliver Baka vomawo na wabepie mu ewo appointment committee anim ena opanyin chese nka we ka se komoto no de ma privilege committee na mumum de ne fam pa no koduwa no bo se ai se konya no betena so na so esu she papa na okwa akira won san kwaja chansem bia afengu abefo ntintamfidie so eho no yentie na ewia ya tiesimu e wo baka nsem a wono so ekaye no
before that committee to bear witness either against him or in support of his case, whichever may be applicable. But as we speak, we are spending our precious hours to dealing with the matter that we don't have the mandate to deal with. So Chairman, yes, I made the point that we are powered to invite, we are powered to put it to him that his statement is contempt of Parliament and of his committee. To that extent, a referral will be made by this committee to that committee. Then when the report is prepared on that proceeding, then plenary itself will be settled in the matter and come on with whatever resolution will be made of the matter. So, Chairman, with all due respect, my prayer to you is that the questions that are being posed, the interrogations, the cross-examinations are all procedurally improper. In the interim, they are all procedurally improper. And we are struggling whether the witness will answer the questions himself or the lawyers will answer the questions on behalf of the witness. It is all part of the problems we have generated because this is not a court of law. This is a committee of Parliament. And as a committee of Parliament, the witness has the power or has the right to appear before the committee with the counsel of his choosing. And that being so, under 273(2), that being so,
Any question posed to him, the lawyer has the power to respond to the question. Is the lawyer on the process? The lawyer, that is why.
And there is some more candidate by now. You have a minister Baku created Oliver, the Nasama Bomama, and the Omoda so. Now, Oliver Bakava Mo, a branch own Kano. Branch no mere demonstration of 2 police for car a key to Quatuniano or Janiano. Onwa Krayan as I copy mu appointment committee and no. It's not some dear. And I know Facebook for Neka say or trend too much no. I almost live up I did your bay or bed trend sa 1 year, a branch we are Oliver no. I know what I say a check could be no. Now finally, such one second, finally, eventually. Okoya uko chinchimia kwa namia bobo niwie na grunkuro niwie na wapacho se dia watro social media so na mafo so mu na ne ye twe ne sere na basa no opacho omfa nche no na nya se bia oka se omaje bribe yentie Oliver.
Context and clarity as to why my in the book Mr. Manasseh said Mutaka never mentioned that the only cash that came to the police.
Are you going to do justification or you want to render an apology and we close this meeting?
Mr. Chair, I have no intention to lecture the committee. If the committee resolves that the context of the post is irrelevant to the question here, I'm happy to proceed as the committee has directed. Now,
proceed as the committee has directed.
Mr. Chair, I am saying here clearly that my post was not intended to disparage members of the committee, and I have not intended to say that members of this committee have received or demanded bribes from various individuals. At no point was my statement intended to communicate same, and for those reasons, I apologize. Mr. Chair, the reason why I have left the post on and not deleted it, in fact I did contemplate it, was because I saw that the words had been twisted and that it became imperative on me that I maintain the post in its original form. That if I was questioned on it, reference can be made to be able to verify it. This is the reason why it wasn't deleted.
So now that it's been resolved, will you want to put it down?
Mr. Chair, I am happy to. As the conversation has generated, as I indicated, and the clarity has been brought to it, I'm happy to.
So, you are hereby advised to also do a disclaimer of what you claim you are not responsible. Then we can pick it up from there.
Most grateful. I reiterate again categorically, and for all intents and purposes, as I have done 4 days ago and continue to do, that I have at no point uttered those words. All I know about the statements that appeared on an MPP Projects Bureau Facebook account. That's it. I don't know the source of it.
Thank you very much.
It's Oliver Ayaba Kavamo and Wapachono. Na Papa Ru say Moon Chanoma 500. Na 500 then could beat me.
Achiame, Oberchuma Swabeni, Chami 30. The way crowd ever say, be really far by. But you are person and the Sakano, let's say what that you so social media, baby, I'll be trendy, baby. What you too? Oh, why TV me, but in fact, or hard drain, or your lawyer needs and money be wow, yeah, on Susu. John say onoso ewo adenta boche na ohwe ye damwase semanka wa asam no na meka location nko a na wa pene so kakra man wate said ye be ya ye betimi acknowledge obia ntia ye damwase some de ene mo anti enim se mo beti ase amayen ai enti ene asoko 1 enso wa ha wa me nyina ha na afia ese friend Abigail Pariminta owotema na ohwe bie DJ Mala ye dawase pa see you looking so beautiful, thank you. Second tanka I know say atade ne me fe pa na mu ni obu obi momienu nyina mo ahofa ye me fe ye da mo ase FKB enso so say ohima you are blinking rough ene de da kwa nsusu da kwa wapira me ene da kwa mama fa me ho apira ma crash enya sam keto akra mo fasida no e ma DK's makeover e ma me da kwa NGTV ye makeup artist a o ya de ne sa no ofepa ona aye mesa no me na awo no so that's my fearless MP ai ono so edibi aba beka ho e na mahu se sedu tabi sma pacho udi ni mahu bwa na udi ache me wai na kwa me famous enso so e wa ha no say yes is otuado odo so jitum za abewe pa de mamu vasa mo se no yesra mamu vasa mo so oni mo he ne mo ye ka whistle asam ono so na ye coach ene yese ne ye ono ne whistle ntia Felix Kwenu enie ene ono so say or East Legon ena okay Felix some medical aka ena Clement Mensa 78 DJ Amala say it again Evelyn Ewa ene abusua amoso mo abanyina Ken Bash ene Royal Obi ene Lily Jan Killer ene Asoko One munyina we see you yaba sign aba Facebook ona yaba bekenkan messages no bio yeko we geopolitical expert Musa Dankwa ono ne Ghana for edi nkoma waka say said yes ye vetina it is a contract nipa na ye man position no ba ye betimi agina so holding accountable okwatena committee na nima ensam ye bebisa no anu yi a wo de beba no so wochena adwuma bi na wanya na ye bisa also wo ba no obema within 100 days Ghana be Accra be cleanest city in Africa wo na wo kan ye aya na yenya bi aka wo se galam say wan to ase ade akonwa na beto so na ya bo akire ni akwa akohwe na se wen wan misa no ama na nka bibia na se wanya adwuma wo ye dey holding accountable on conscious wo be ye bibia entina nka wo vetting committee tina se a nipa wabo ni dinsa ome Greater Accra regional minister omra na yembisa bisa ne nsam no wo de bisa na sebi se eyajimisam kra no obeka no waka se ebisa what is aquaculture or say is a process of rearing fish in reservoirs but still the ministerial position ne ma no mani to 2 dams ebi no krom ho 1 village 1 dam 1 to be amamo enti de ma we no anka de wani mu reach Accra and Krakoiso emu sembe brebe Accra timi mmene nipa mane nka bibi de wa hunu de obetimi aya mo amisa ne hwe na eba sta de dikan mo pesa mo kire mo se maame no wabon na mo pesa mo be feli nti mo na misa ne bibia enti eba sa na no ama question mark aba maame na nkasa ho ena no pay e wo Angel Morning Show dwumadie so Sadiq Adams ena ne yera Musa Dankwa di nkomo en wakasa wa Dick vetting committee no ho yawo under 3 minutes na bra ya sebi ne ho ba ntami kura na enye 2 minutes na a whole minister under 3 minutes mo de vet na wie awa besa na osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah to ampoma efri ne nam mpo na betena se a ana mbisa se Ghana de be ye dan anka ba bi asaye adroi se nko ba bre kakra nse no we ya no because say de ade na ginsemu na maami betena se mo amisa ne hwe o de mo me yankotie yewra Musa Dankwa.
So how do you assess your performance? I mean, you can't. I mean, I don't want to speculate on that. Obviously, some ministries they are quite big issues. Look, you can't avoid asking them. Defense, interior, those key ones, economy, and so on. But it shouldn't be just certain ministries. It should be everybody who show up there. There are problems in every sector of this country. Everywhere there are problems. Nobody should come and not be asked a question and let go for free. It should not happen anywhere. Even in the corporate interviews, interview for a job. I mean, they ask you 1 or 2, 3 questions.
Now, say we a corporate job interview puna ya said ye etiano set up on it to say okopia juma ni grelo near who tum semne policy out the beba. The ye besi this pointy does it suggest to say a serious job interview and omoyo?
It's not. It's really not, because look, no matter how excellent you are in doing your job, no matter how good your track record is, nobody can have answers to all interview questions my satisfaction. Sometimes you need to probe to see the person's mindset, the way of thinking, how the person address problems, what are the process the person goes through in addressing.
Sadan kwa semetia ya juma ye media juma yi obi tena nkyanya na wati o me agya nyame adom start ya me the contract anenam enti no wati o opewase opeso no ye adwuma onim o capabilities bado kwa ansa na obe sign contract na you fill a form de wutumi ye o di nyina obetwerɛtwerɛ wo so amana bisa wonsam kakra no na afra so me no be ye adwuma mpesa me sign wo contract eno kra no wono atena nkyanya hu adwuma wo ye no yes you fill a form eka de utimi ye ni nyina wie kra kwa medical we nyina aka ho na home minister munim no ne nya adwuma da on de mo se won fam nko bra ene also fam kwe
me fam akodia private legal practitioner ba mra wa ben omo ye Power Abdul Aziz na nei wedding komo ewo Angel Morning Show so bra wona Sadiq Adams ekasa ye na wo chese nukre ne wo hwe ndura asema betodwa se enkane CEO Edema Kokobo Dr. Stephen Opuni ane businessman Sedu Agongo na ya kira mo se ade omo so betimi akọ charges ahodo ye de bo mo se omakose financial loss na se omama ya boka ebre omo se omokoto fertilizer bi di aba saa pen no na fertilizer hu nsem bebre ya twe omabo so saa no wo chese dia court no aye no chese woma na omobo mu kwadu no nya nyina so bebre evidence ne swa na ketekete ne nsu kura nyinam ketekete se entertainment enti no wo hwe dia court na ye na se we kire se wo bebo obi kwadu o memu a ewo se wunya enyina so mapa ebetimi aboa ma oman no yetimi atwe no abo so se na be ya sisike bi kura akodi botom na ne refi a wetimi akwakoyi aba na ye de abo oman ho bra na wo kire se o match asemi sa fi bebre ni na de yese Dr. Stephen Opuni ene Sedu Agongo wo mo ho so ankeka obi ani wo mo ho charges ni nyina ya drop ya mo enkofi we kire se na nyina so no isa
Dr. Opuni ene Sedu Agongo no they are deemed to be innocent and that no case can be brought against them again in respect of the matter. So what happened yesterday in simple terms they say the court has acquitted and discharged them. And no other person can bring any charges in respect of the same facts against them. And now they are free to go back to their normal lives. Yeah. One, in terms of evidence now, almost support almost back court, no. In terms of the nature of the allegations and all other things involving the proceedings are now and or there was no reason for the state to bring those actions are. Court would have to look inside to see whether there was basis for that. So clearly, for you to be subject to prosecution for 7 years, if there's no basis for the prosecution, and it is indeed established that some prosecution was actuated by political considerations and not necessarily because why that is against the law. You have every right to make the case that prosecution is not because or another was a reasonable grounds for the prosecution, but just because the other administration thought say political opponents and they have to come against them just for political points. So many more almost have opportunity to bring that case against the state. Then if the court looks at the facts and indeed realizes that
Chese utie opayin kasemo ayewura Abdul Aziz awaye private legal practitioner ni kasemo na ese enyina so amode kwa court se omode kwa kobo Dr. Stephen Opuni ene Sedu Agongo kwadu no nesua ne nso nim enunti ena ne de sa case obi anti mfa court biewasi asem na hye
yeah, some more. There's a political rich auntie.
To the way na politics kakra fra.
Linda Day, Edu sisa me beka wo message na network na me phone no network na nya edwum ha. Me network na me de kan no. E na katia sisu nti Linda na me ampa bo me say won kan no krintira. I am the first me phone in person. Eti Linda Jaisa. Eti abusia mo aba e wo Facebook nyina nyakopon hwa mo pa. We see you and we appreciate you so well. I'm like Nanapon Ivan, Lily Baini, and Afe Bakoni GH, Donyina Isaac Achim Abdul Ahid Ofori Emmanuel Cheke Isaac Ebenezer Ekopente Kwenu Naomi Boameyo Kwame the boy Jinjam and a comfort Dodu Michael Kwadwo Kakari G-Man Adrijan Fikwaku Francis Aripo and Joseph Akoto unlimited data bundle or boy from Pacho at fresh Munini film and Afia Demo Emmanuel Rebecca Fosua Yabua Beauty Domenyo Wafa Paul and Apia Kubi Frank Jocelyn Ope Abe Mauli Anthony Joseph Alale and William Ayite Stephen Donko Munina Sumo Babe like ye near Jehopa tie besan abahobio na yatisa ya say udru kwa uyerinchi crofobia womo aniso abiri womo ade omo hu bida se aboa ponche na wa ponche na wudi ni ho agro no no otimi gina that the san aduane gumu a ye nua ehuru mu no owe aduane no banche a ye dwade agu that the same no wo ginam no owe na mo aponche de aponche nya bi da nie wo so mo hu bi da sa aponche afro abronsan wo gina abronsan ne nchansen so na abronsan no afro ya na nwa mo nwanwa se enchansen na aboa ne timi kokodu so no eno na amakro hofo na te shock ene ma hu aponche ate shock yeah mahu apancha te soko abua be nie ukameti me atwa nyu
we dey say we dey studio wa
studio kodona enti wa munti bi da yanko ahomaso na kwanya aponchi faso na wofra bronsan fro ne nchansen wa anum ewa Eastern region poemantam no yanko na yankonkodi enkomo
anum
na gaga za
anum boso
na ga hwan eya hono a eti yankwa na ne spiritual implication a e woso say ya honhom dia ene na spiritual implication bi ebewo asafo acha wo anum ene yewra kwaku yirinchi ye ne nuni nkomo asafo acha madwo asafo acha ya tisa ya se anum aponche mwani ade acha ya no ogina nchansen so me pacho wo ankasa de wani hu bi
yo mpacho me de mani hu pa
na enchanse na ye hwe wa hai abronsan ana fitia
ya abronsan ba kun ase de through the first floor
na chese hwe kra no a tete abronsan na yesi ni tententen no bia
tete abronsan bi yiwa
Ena me hwe nchemu no nso a ne plan na kwete se warehouse abronsan a enye de ya na ya ye bakoni wo nchen no aka se bia ohuri si ha no ofiri ha no okosi ha
yo sa pepepe
abusuafo momra Facebook Angel 102.9 FM na de yehu o eni so ha de yesi yehu bi pen we de yehu bi da we de abroso of obi nim si abroso papa na mausa se papa yo gina so de se de osi bobo nchansi so de me hwe carpenter niara de wo pa na che no se de wo si bere wo abronsan na pampam kra no na muhwe mu ano na aboa no fa hene ene foro soro ho
yo maami me da wase me chiawati efu nyina yo ade no de in fact me sorry anopa me fie ben hope me so me ti abronsan so se te me fi ncha na community center bi ben dia me tra woje mframa o ntia anopa no Akumakoya Savadi, a man for the problems that they complain that they meeting. Wana, abantu a bit, say, as a watcher, yes. Mika wants to be a punching the than it becomes a dancer man of bois. The Pajamani Barriana, a boy in the Java. Timmy Pinchen and Pa, require coffee, the man of coffee. As you bring the access would be beating the Akoto, and fat Yakona, Yamushi, or he wants a one was through one panel.
Yo, miraya da se enti wo okomsheni bi anase busumfo bi anase odrinsini bi aba be kire se bi a wo honhom nsunsanso ana
ni e won se e fre kromo ahini omahini ho no chense na ne nyame huni ase we dia an Washington mempe mrante kwan be faso a aboa na bi sini fam ya wona na abranti bi tifio ono atifio nti ono na fa nkyere kwa mi fie no rokoye no kofre nti na boy na wotro no kam teni what if see staircase no so If you start case in call roofing top or craft, who's the first near S Rufus acronym Mua. Or break grants and I say, Utimiko, Marco do an one in the fast war, so Ginyame. Tim Kakran and Bakuzujina, Antrine, Hanope, and TSA, Abaya or by Falpanodia, or soon and or chin or in the Befi, or then by AC firm. Tino and Wechina, what in the Bremi, or indeed, what in Bremen, I'm so okay. As I am in Fred, Kuma hearing was it. I didn't say I know a Biana spiritual application, but the Mianco, the mammy fair of mine comfort, or bear, or buy, your ban over here, or say, your man is me and no man is your man, up to beg you. Your man or the young and come out to beg out, you know, yes, I don't know. To you know, or say there be a one senate, the wound could move and go to Bolazo, and she shall sweep by the CBI. It's an equation, and the near suspected. There will be special implications to a chintina or comfortable so back confirms there. On the young kind anymore, yes, I didn't don't want to never yes, I didn't.
Enti abuano mokuno.
Who's it?
Abuano mokuno.
Yakun.
Why the Trinity?
I'm not trying to be the Trinity.
Bisa mukuno monti so be a coyania.
There be up to my TV, be answered mechanic. Then and run, yeah. You may be, now, right now, the fan for anyone view. What can I say? Nanka, Yanching, Nan, more if you be our mind to Bananka, yet besides Arabian or being Mubiana. As a way, yes, I did send it there. Any idea yet you know about. So I said, a man to call friend the money school and my Nantua, a dear son, or to an woman, or see you or no now. To our planetary countries without how because we feet from more sensational. And idea about more than 11 years, which made this argument to any to say, already I had
as I'm not quite young when I in train say a spiritual BBC and your spiritual so member animal rights if we are banning more baby. Yet I must not miss Serwaa, Yen Suya, dear, about one hour from chance and no Dimrika, and I'm so giddy, no Mr. Rose, Bissy will fear men, yes, sir, if you yet if you Takwami Abronsa and I'm a boy. Atakwami Abronsa, and an in chance, so sorry, said, yeah, as I read Nachnia, and why ya ha. And it's a one ray and Rihanna, ya de board down so could see be I am Mresoa. One way ya na won't quack. O don't kwa ko trap on so enti mesro ka kire memu ane se mo munsua yo na enye mira medase we aye asafo ache na kwa kuyire nchi na ye ne no edi enkomo ya semisi wanum eye apoyamantemu asem na ye kenti eno no
amon se amanfo bi de comment bi aba efa
oni cd man se aboa no okọ aye Salome na so kwa wo shen. Oh, DCD man, me feel cry.
Bright J Sabuan number the papa.
Upon chow
number the papa. Abenus Opoku or say the goat was a carpenter.
Wow.
Kweku physical acid or say let's give justice to the goats.
Oh yes, justice for the goats. Kobia no one and I'm wako piho.
Goats lives matters. We know that's a good life matter.
Matter, yes, yes, yes. Hashtag.
Okay. And I'm on Phantom Facebook in my.
It's Abusia Adoma say and so much records in Ghana dance mega face was 3 hours yes and I'm who say obi so about was goats are strange animals and omutimi fro ekosoro pa nti ono de wa hu bi pen shada enye no wanwa ba Queen Vida say ono de wonder shall never end and I'm who say me na I was about to say that I know say nipa na wo fro soro na sem DJ Amala is oh ye kumu aboa na manfo adwawo say ade na mo kuno Rich Lama, okay, yeah, that's it. Hey, Gamo, me that's a panyami. Hold on. Yes, so yeah, that was Sony Abusian for a benina. Now, in the Facebook or why that's a grono. Would the aqua do fear? As a why you be no coin to your Facebook on them. Yeah, now what they say. And come up be brave and a woho. Midima fu pokwasa maira, Mahusa pokwasa maira for a babedu, midima fu Dr. Time, that's so Dr. Dijan Fee. Don't t-shirt and also the baby, but my be that baby lobo. We know what they say. Ya no ko ho. Mini aba ma cappuccino akwaba.
Ma me mejo so.
Efie bokọ de.
Nyame adom.
Some dey are research man am ye ntimi misa say ete say. Efie ne hia. Doctor what is saying?
Doctor ho ye papa.
O se me bronya de no mo on fan chobia.
Mama ka kire no pa.
On fan hu na one day. Oh ha no mapie. Me ba say Jesus Christo. Okay. Medimafo na efie te say